Get me the hull out of here. Japanese technology, Malaysian style. If all goes to plan, by the end of this video, I'm going to be the proud new owner of a Proton model that I currently do not have in my extensive Proton collection. Well, I say that because there's a bit of a caveat, and you will find out why I say that by the end of this video. Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel on a beautiful day in Lincolnshire. I'm about to head 3.5 hours on a train journey to pick up a car that I've not seen. I know nothing about it. It's a few £100 and it's been offered to me, Mr. Proton, to check out and hopefully bring it back to Lincolnshire. Come with me then on a bit of a collection caper and see just what it is. Also, check me mirror out, looking resplendent in the sunshine this morning. Yeah, like I said then, a journey to Beverley. It's actually quite late, it's about 10:30. By the time I get there, it's going to be about 2:30 in the afternoon. That's the only time that the seller could do. My train tickets have cost £35. And how am I getting to the train station? I've had to buy a taxi. Guess how much a taxi is to the train station? Nearly 15 quid. Bearing in mind my insurance for the day is also another 15 quid. I'm already 60 quid in the hole just to go and look at the blooming thing. Fingers crossed it gets me home. I'm going to pack my bag because my taxi is on the way. I need my jump pack, some coolant, tyre inflator and all that sort of stuff. But I'll show you on the train what I take with me. Ah, bloody hell, my taxi's arrived and I've not even got all my stuff sorted yet, so I'm on a mad rush now. Morning, mate. Good morning, mate. How are you? You all right? Have a great day. Enjoy the F1.
Thank you.
Who are you wanting to win? Who's on pole?
Hamilton.
Yeah. Well, we shall see. Take care. Bye-bye. I have made it to the train station thanks to Suleiman of Acorn Taxis. It's cost me 12 quid though, on the clock. Good news is it's a Sunday morning. Right, to the train platform I've got 20 minutes to spend, so he's got me there in good time. I made it. I'm here at Grantham. That journey took about an hour on the EMR train. It was absolutely packed. Everyone's off back home to Nottingham after the weekend at Skegness. I'm here on platform 2 now for about 30 minutes is my changeover. I'm getting the LNER Azuma, the fast train, to Doncaster. Will try my best not to speak to anybody or see anyone at Doncaster and then get on the train to Beverley. It's about a half-an-hour journey there as well. So far, so good. Going to grab myself a coffee from Grantham train station and wait for my train. The man just said, stand behind the yellow line else you'll get sucked off. Azuma, Zuma, Zuma, Zuma train. Hooray, ladies and gentlemen, I have made it to sunny Doncaster. Yes, behind me is Doncaster train station. I'm waiting on platform 8 now for about half an hour to take the train to Scarborough. I wish I was actually going to Scarborough, to be fair. It's one of my favourite places on earth, but no, I'm heading to Beverley. Concerningly, it's what, now 1 o'clock, and the seller hasn't messaged me back all morning, nor has the seller read any of my messages. Is this a Proton ploy to lure me to somewhere random in the country and then I'm not actually going to get the car? Who knows? Best will in the world though. I am here for another half an hour, going to get on the train, and then it's sort of another 45 minutes on the train to Beverley. Oh yeah, I want to pose a moral question to you, because my train that I've just got off, the LNER train, I had reserved a seat. It was a full train, like standing room only. Get to my seat, lady fast asleep in my seat. What do you do in that scenario? Let me know in the comments down below. What would you do to that? Oh yeah.
There's Northern Train 2. Scarborough. There's Northern Train 2. Scarborough. The next station stop is Hull.
There she is. How you doing? Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. I'm all right. I'll jump in the passenger side. Yeah. Oh, incredible.
When you get inside, it gets better.
Absolutely. Take a look at that. Right, let me
Beautiful, it's beautiful inside.
just do that. That is what I would call a successful mission. Yeah, look, I've gone and bought this £500 later, and I am the new owner of this 1997 Proton Compact. It's a 1.3, I don't even know the model actually. What is the model? The LSI, is that the posh one? I genuinely don't know. It's been owned by the same family since 1997, and you may have just seen Carl in the video there. A full walk around is coming of the car very soon, but the first thing I need to do at 4 o'clock on a Sunday is quickly stomp around my favourite German retailer, because I need to do a weekly shop, because I've spent all my day today procrastinating, farting about on a train and checking about with Protons, that I haven't done my weekly shop. So I'll go do my weekly shop, you'll see a bit of that, and then we'll take a better look at the Proton. And a successful mission in Lidl as well, buying me blooming weekly shop. Check out this awesome blue interior. How cool is that? 35,846 miles on the clock, and I have come prepared with things like my tyre inflator, etc, and I think the tyres do need topping up. I'm about to be kicked out of this car park, so my plan is to set up my sat nav, which I'm going to need to go home. My fans are a bit wobbly in the blooming dash here. Get myself some petrol. I'm going to throw about £20 in it, and then stop at the Humber Bridge, because remember, I am the wrong side of the Humber Bridge. For Lincolnshire, it's about 1 hour and 40 to get home. So I'm going to drive to the Humber Bridge, pull up at the car park, give you a proper stomp around the car, blow the tyres up, put some petrol in it, and give you my first impression. Oh, and I'm going to eat some pork pies. Worryingly, the fans are blowing very hot air into this cabin. Ah, that's why. The heater knob's broken. No wonder the heater wasn't being used. Hot, very hot. Slowly try and turn this down. And it's skipping, that's the problem. It's skipping on the spindle. Aha! Relatively successful. I'm still going to turn it off though, because it's still blowing warm air. Terrible. Have that just so it's open like that. There's something wrong with the dashboard here and these fan vents. Something has gone wrong with this in the past. They're very wibbly wobbly. Jelly on a plate they are. They need sorting out. This whole dash area has been out. Let's turn that. I'm going to have probably a window open, I suppose. Oh, which I didn't want to do. Right, let's go and get some petrol. First and foremost, now I'm covered in blooming stuff that's come all out the fans. Petroleum, please. Where is my fuel filler cap? Which side is it? That side. Let's go get some petrol. Do you know what? I could always take my jacket off, couldn't I? Then I'm going to take my jacket off. Because it is muy caliente in this car. Goodbye, Lidl. Right, Shell 155.9. I'm okay with that. Let's put some petrol in the old girl. Hello, yes, can I pay for my petrol, please? The car, yes, it's the Proton Compact at number 3. Well, there you go then. So £26 put in the car. In fact, I said I was going to take my jacket off. You're watching some bloke take off a jacket in a Proton. Right, here we go. Get the window open because it's rusting. Put this on and then away we go. Right, 115 miles back to Boston in the Compact. Someone's got a beautiful Escort next to us as well. It takes us 2.5 hours, it says, and it's going to get us back by 6:30. The £25 has made the needle go up to 3/4. We shall see how we get on. So my first driving impressions of the car are the tyres probably need pumping up. I haven't checked that yet. I'm going to get to the Humber Bridge and do that. In fact, it's taking me the no tolls route, so let's just change that. That's better. That's saved me some time. 1 hour and 40. That's just taken off 40 miles. Why on earth was it doing that? Silly machine. I love the Proton, but I don't want to spend any more time in it than absolutely necessary. First impressions of the car then are, well, it's not as punchy as a 1.5. That is because it's a 1.3. And, well, you can actually tell that it's a 1.3. The tyres feel a little bit flat, so I'm going to pull over at the Humber Bridge and pump them up using my tyre inflator. The petrol gauge is doing this. It's all over the shop, but at least I know that there is some petrol in the car. That needs addressing. A little bit of wind noise from this door. In fact, quite a lot of wind noise from this door. And the fans are doing this as well, all over the shop. There's definitely a few niggles, but am I being too picky for a £500 car that's 30 odd years old? Well, no, I don't think so. Temperature gauge is sitting at, well, it's not open yet. The thermostat certainly isn't open. It's sitting at about a quarter, but it cruises nicely in a straight line at 50 miles an hour on this road. This will be the first time I've taken a Proton over the Humber Bridge. God blimey, it's not that warm, mate. 5-speed manual gearbox. The 1.3 litre Mitsubishi Magma engine doing its thing. Don't forget, I've got a whole host of Lidl shopping in the boot, including, well, loads of cat litter for the mop. Where's this taking me? I suppose once I get over the Humber Bridge, I kind of know my way back home. 70 miles home. Ah, I've hit bloody roadworks. Now that indicator is sounding quite quick. That tells me that there's probably a light out somewhere. I really hope there's no crazy electrical gremlins in this car, because I don't need that and neither does Dad. But it's got an MOT, ladies and gentlemen. It's taxed, insured, MOT'd, and I can drive it home. Fingers crossed we're going to make it home. I have no doubt, to be honest with you, that this little Proton is going to do the job. Yeah, absolutely no doubts in this car. 35,849 miles from new, and it's barely left where it's from, which is Bridlington. So I'm sort of north of the Humber, the wrong side of Lincolnshire if you watch the channel. Is this the first time it's going to ever go over the Humber Bridge? Well, the seller wasn't sure if it's actually ever been over the Humber Bridge. That's quite cool, isn't it? All in all though, genuinely, right now it feels like quite a nice place to be. The seats are nice and, well, soft but firm. The headlining's in really good condition. Door cards and all the trim and everything is really good. Bit of road noise coming from somewhere to do with the clocks, but they all seem to be working apart from the fuel gauge that's whapping all over the shop. Roadworks to the Humber Bridge are getting on my tits. So here's a question for you. When did you last see a Proton compact drive over the Humber Bridge? The answer is today. Downhill it's great. It's ever so quick downhill. She's not very powerful uphill. Oh, it doesn't handle like a GTI. It handles like a Proton. I'm trying to get cocky and throw around these roundabouts, and I've got ballast in the back, but it's not doing too well. The handling is a bit woolly. I certainly would say that the suspension has collapsed a little bit over time. But I fixed the heating now. I've managed to get it so it's blowing cold. It's blowing cold air at me now. She's a bit shaky at 60. She's a bit wobbly. Considering this car in this spec is designed for old ladies, I am giving it a bit of a thrashing on the way home, sitting comfortably at 60, but the handling leaves a lot to be desired. If you haven't seen the video of me picking up my Satria GTI, well, it handles like a totally different beast to this. In fact, this drives totally different to a Satria 1.5. Bearing in mind it's the same tech, it's the same body shell, just a totally different engine and a little bit of a different interior. There's no reason this should feel, well, the way it does. The steering wheel is huge, massive. That probably doesn't help. Bearing in mind this is the same car as my Proton Satrias, just with a different name on the back, it does feel different. It does feel older and more primitive. Either a tyre is too overinflated, too underinflated, or there's something else going on because it's very shaky. I'm hoping there's not a flat spot in one of the tyres. I can see the Humber Bridge. I'm making a run for Lincolnshire. There it is, 1 mile ahead to the Humber Bridge. Oh, one thing I didn't realise is the Humber Bridge toll is now electric. You've got to pay online. Cool. I tell you what, I've never been to the Hessel foreshore. Let's go there and have a look at what that looks like and get a sexy picture of the Proton with the Humber Bridge. Let's try that. Hessel foreshore. Artistic shot of the Proton with the Humber Bridge. There you are. Well, I must admit that was a bit of an anti-climax, wasn't it, that? Let's go up to the bridge car park and see if that's any different. Yeah, that was a bit naff, wasn't it? I think this car's got a broken spring. I just heard a bonk. Here we go. Yep, it's got a broken spring, I think. The Humber Bridge. It's a miraculous piece of engineering. There it is. You can see it with the Proton. Talking about miraculous engineering. Not too sure. Right, and with that, my journey and excursion to the Humber Bridge is done. I'm getting a headache. That means I need either A, more pork pies, or B, less cocking around with Protons. An hour and a half to go home. I'm just going to blast it home. That's some good pie. You know, I have quickly looked at the springs just to make sure there's nothing dangerous. And I can't see anything dangerous. But I would suggest it's either a broken spring or a dodgy shock absorber. The Humber Bridge is made better with a pork pie. So before I set off on my mammoth journey back home, I am going to check out the tyre pressures just to make sure they are okay. I'm not a fan of that big crunch every time I go over a bump. Not a fan of that at all. Thankfully, I've brought with me this, which is my Innov tyre inflator. Plug it in, plug into your tyres. It'll tell you what your tyres are reading, and away you go. Let's just get it set up before I get into the car park. In fact, what I'll do is I shall turn the engine off. Yes, I know the keys are in the ignition, you silly machine. Get this set up, and away we go. Well, that's incredibly worrying. The tyres were all at 34. So there's another reason why it's handling like a bag of shit, to be honest with you. I'm assuming and expecting there to be something wrong with that suspension because it's clunking and bumping. Is it a broken spring? I hope not, because they're going to be a nightmare to flipping get. I mean, saying that, anything is. Lord knows how it's happened, but both the keys are bent. How has that happened? How has both the keys got bent? What's that coming over the hill? Is it a Proton? Is it a Proton? There we go, the Humber Bridge in a Proton. Excellent. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Great times. And now we are the right side of Lincolnshire, ladies and gentlemen. Good times. 70 miles an hour, and it's getting there eventually. The 1.3 litre engine is not exciting, to be honest with you. Not an exciting drive. But that's not what it's about, is it? It's about saving another one and giving it a bit of a life. Here we go. So it has still put a smile on my face, this little Proton. And I do genuinely believe that she probably needs a little bit of a Coupland tune-up. And that's exactly what I'm going to do on the way home. This little car drives so nicely at speed, it's unbelievable, and the likelihood of it ever being driven at 70 miles an hour for an extended period of time is probably quite slim in its ownership. Of the 30,000 miles it's done, it's not going to have had a very hard life, and actually it wants to go, it wants to buzz away. That little 16 valve 1.3 litre Mitsubishi Magma engine singing, genuinely singing, praising me, thanking me for taking it and giving it a little bit of a, not a thrashing, but a little bit of a workout. The first one it's probably had in many, many years. I've got another hour or so left on my journey. But all the lumps and bumps and wibbles have gone away at 70 miles an hour. They've gone away at speed. All the knocks and this, that and the other. Fine. It doesn't seem to be liked to be driven slow all the time. It struggles with it. But put your foot down and it wants to go. It does want to go. And actually you could let it get away with you if you let it. I'm impressed. This engine is purring so nicely. Such a brilliant engine. Nice. Nice car. No, it's not perfect. Yes, it needs some bits and pieces sorting out, but an MOT for nearly a year, and I've driven it home on 10 quid, absolutely beautifully. What a bargain for £500. What an absolute bargain. It absolutely sings. Check it out, I'm doing 70, no problem. Singing away. I take back everything I said an hour ago about the engine in this car, it feeling sluggish, it feeling like it should be driven by Mrs. Miggins. Because now I've got it up to speed. Oh, don't get me wrong, the acceleration is 0 to 60 in about 14,000 years. But when you get it up to speed, that engine, like a sewing machine, like an absolute sewing machine. And that temperature needle is not moving. It's just not doing anything. It's either broken, worryingly, or this is regulating its temperature nicely. I think the latter. I've never ever had a problem with overheating or temperature issues on any of my Protons, ever. Japanese technology, Malaysian style. Haha. Let's throw it around this roundabout. Here we go. Lift off. And we're away. It's cool, this. I like it a lot. You know, I've just had a thought to myself, and that is, what is stopping me now, right now, today, from daily driving this? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is stopping me from using this as a fun little commuter hack. It's going to be nippy, it's going to be reliable, it's going to be comfortable, it's going to be economic. It sips fuel, these engines. They do not drink fuel. They are so economical. Yeah, okay, it will deteriorate and depreciate and all that sort of stuff, but it cost me 500 quid. And it doesn't need, I don't think, anything doing to it. Could this be my new daily driver, my commuter hack? Not in the winter, I don't want to get all salty, but in the summer. Now, what is stopping me from putting a classic MOT on it, or a classic insurance on it? It's got an MOT. The tax is high. It's like £400 and something a year. But what is stopping me from daily driving now a Proton? I can guarantee you it will be the quirkiest car in my works car park. It will certainly be the oldest car in my works car park. Everyone drives Teslas and Ford super duper things. I drive a Proton. And I'm okay with that. I'm having an absolute whale of a time. When did you last see one of these actually on the road? Not in a collection, not on the channel, not being farted about with by Dad and I, but actually being driven and used as a daily driver. When? I think the last time I saw one was 3 years ago. And I'm the Proton guy. These cars now, they get raced, banger raced, and the other sort, you know, like hill climbed and rallied. But Mr. Daniels or Mrs. Margaret, they're not using them anymore. So in absolute fairness to this little car, I have just had an absolute whale of a time throwing it round the Lincolnshire Wolds back roads. It's slow, right? The car is slow. Does it accelerate quickly? No. 1.3 litre petrol engine. But you get it to 60 and you get it singing and it wants to go. And I've had a whale of a time. An absolute whale of a time. It's a nice little car. I'm addicted to it. It drives wonderfully. Apart from that suspension knock from the near side when you go over a big bump. I mean a speed bump or something like that. It drives beautifully. It's quiet. It's revvy. It's nippy. It's comfy. You can buy a whole lot worse off Facebook for 500 quid than this. Yes, it's a Proton. Yeah, sorry, that's what I like. And yes, it's another one. It looks like a Satria. It's got a different name on the back, which is why I've bought it. It's a marketing ploy for Coupland. But I love it. I absolutely love the bloody thing. To the point where I've just decided to go the slower back roads home. To keep enjoying it. To keep driving it. I'll be totally honest with you, in the hour and a half it's taken me to drive home, I fell in love with this little car. I fell in love with it. I can't wait to get my GTI on the road, because it's going to be this, but on steroids. They're so good. I don't know why I'm telling you about these cars, because I shouldn't be telling you. I should be sat here telling you how terrible they are. and that you shouldn't buy one and that you should never drive one and they're not a very good car to drive, because then I can buy all of them. But that would simply be a lie. It would simply be untrue. What a great journey home. And I made it, I'm home. Seems like a long time ago now, but I made it. And safely home. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, Proton 1.3 LSI compact, not a Tyre, not a GTI, just a bog standard compact. A full video of me having a good old stomp around the car and us looking at it in its entirety is coming to the channel very soon. That'll be the next video, us having a good old look at it. But for now, that was collecting it, and the saga of getting it home wasn't too bad really in the end, was it? It's been a good old day. I'm gonna go because we've got a massive migraine coming, but I'll leave you with some artsy shots of the car, the interior, etc, before we go. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up please. Don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, do all the usual stuff. But for £500, Proton Compact in the John Coupland collection, what do you reckon? Let me know in the comments down below. Till next time, have a great day, enjoy the arty shots. See you later. There are so many more Proton related videos on the channel, and I've actually selected a couple that I think you might like here on this page. Give them a click to watch them now. Don't forget to subscribe for more Proton fun and lots more videos coming soon.